Britney Spears' Instagram, crazy as fuck, right? So, want to play a game with me and find out why some people can see it's sus as fuck and some people are like, I don't fucking think so. You're fucking delulu. Do this experiment with me. I'll teach you why.
The monkey business illusion. Count how many times the players wearing white pass the ball.
Count how many times the players wearing white pass the ball. Ready? Go.
The correct answer is 16 passes. Did you spot the gorilla? For people who haven't seen or heard about a video like this before, about
weird?
half missed the gorilla. If you knew about the gorilla, you probably saw it. But did you notice the
So I actually didn't notice the curtain changing color because I knew about the gorilla because I read about it before. When I watched it again, I go, shit, the curtain did change colors. Look.
Here comes the gorilla, and there goes a player.
Basically, this is a scientific study about perception. So, what the study showed us is that there's kind of a faulty mechanism with the human mind and perception. What you're physically seeing in front of you may not actually be what you're perceiving. You know, your brain has the power to override shit, and they're like, fuck it, no, I'm not going to process that. Yeah, I see that she sees it, but I don't fucking want her to see it. And that's what your brain does sometimes. The opposite hand is intuition. Your brain cannot process what is happening, but your body intuitively knows. It's like, yo, bro, it's time to go. And your brain's like, but I don't know why we're going. Logically, I cannot answer it. The brain's still a mystery to us. Essentially, your brain is the original gaslighter. You don't need bitches to gaslight you. Your brain will do it for you if something's abnormal enough. They're like, no, bitch, that's Britney Spears. Do not question the brain. Then, you go to therapy and you're like, fuck. My brain was all sorts of wrong. So after that fun little experiment, you can kind of see how things can actually literally be hiding in plain sight. Our perception is actually sometimes our biggest enemy because our perception is our perception. It is not reality. You know? What would be cold hard reality would be video footage. The way we perceive is the way our brain works. Our brain can trick us a lot. Psychologically, your brain can trick you into thinking that that was love. It wasn't. Psychologically, your brain could trick you into thinking that is Britney Spears on Instagram. Then you find out about deepfakes, learn about that shit, and now you can't unsee it. You're like, well, it's all fake. It's not like a gift to have this. Just when you've had enough trauma, you're on alert for everything. You're like, everything is fucking sus. Because everything is a lie. Because essentially it is. And if you don't think that yet, then good. Hopefully the world doesn't kick the shit out of that for you. So my traumatized brothers and sisters, the ones who've had harder lives, maybe that's the reason why some of you can see and some of you can't. Some of you have already seen that life is fucked up, so you're like, nothing's new here. Hold my beer. And for others, I'm happy that you haven't had a hard life. But Britney Spears is not on her Instagram. Know that. I know your life hasn't been hard enough for you to fucking perceive it, but try to bitch. Try. If you want more of an academic study version of what we just did right now, wait for the next part coming out later tonight.